Hi, I'm Laurie Dobson, and this is Island Update. Today is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020, and I'm on the island of Great Cranberry in Maine. It's this afternoon. It's been kind of chilly the last couple of days. Dogs don't care. Their attitude is they've waited long enough, and it's time for me to get them outside on a regular basis. And screw it if I still have to wear a coat outside. So we're here. This is the third trip outside. We're sniffing because it's time for things to wake up and get back to normal, and well, whatever normal is. But their attitude is definitely wanting to get me out in the world again. And I have decided to talk about the feeling of people coming back to the island and my sensitivity to that. I have been anxious about people returning, and when I see evidence that people are coming in, it's kind of scary. I mean, there's some activity on the lane, so it's no longer it's friends, and they're very welcome, and everyone is. I've already said that, but there's a sense that, when things start coming back to what it was before, and it wasn't what it was before, and who knows what it will be. It's like going back to school after, being on vacation, or going back to work after a hiatus. I don't know. It just seems like there's so much unknown, but I have a sense of apprehension that if people come here and have a certain and the word hostility is too strong, but a certain guardedness and kind of people are kind of step back and act unwilling to be kind of kind or friendly. I just feel more sensitive to rejection from summer people, and that's a weird thing. And when you get it from people that when you live here and you get it, it's just like, well, they're just acting that way because it's the everyday way of just coping with a very small place. And, you give people extra room to be their own people without crowding their I've heard it expressed like you don't get inside their hula hoop, people's hula, and you don't let other people get inside yours. So I guess I'm dancing around something here, but what I'm trying to say is, and it's not an easy thing to admit, but there's definitely, I feel trepidation about how summer is going to be, and who's going to come, who's going to be friendly or not friendly. Do I have to start from scratch? There's that expression, the ladders, take the ladder down, lay me where all ladders begin at the, oh God, here I go. Well, anyway, the one, the rag and bone chop of the heart, the something rag and bone chop of the heart. And it's like just this time, this sort of waiting transition time makes it feel like, while there's so many busy things that need to be accomplished, on the other hand, it just feels like, what's going to happen? The future is so cloudy, and I have a sense of just, am I ready for this? Whatever it is. And I know other people may be feeling similarly. I think it's compounded by the political picture. I was, what do they call the Me Too people? When that happened, I definitely had enough history to draw from to identify with people across the board with so many different experiences I've had that have been, where I felt hurt by experiences. And everybody gets hurt by experiences and recovers, and that's part of growing up. But there was something that was really a chord that was touched with that whole thing, where you could feel free enough to think that you could take a ladder out of a certain area and get to somewhere else. And so I remember that. It was not very long ago, and now it's like there was a revival, but seems like it's been put down. and the candidate that was not really credible has now incredibly managed to become credible, even though creepy, and it's queer. So but it's made me super sensitive to those experiences that I had felt on an emotional level. It's like there's stuff that's still in there, and memories of that. So I feel this kinship with other women in a sense of, and men, of course, anybody that's had an abuse situation before, where you feel like you're in a common bond, hopeful that things can rise to another place that's more uplifting and feels like progress. But then you're dashed again, and then it's just like the way it was before, only worse. And there's this, so being optimistic is really important. And despite certain things that are happening now in the country, I have a sense that this island will find a way to be humane and human, to the extent that we can help each other stay open and stay in touch when communicating is hard. And obviously this is not the easiest video I've done. I'm not even going to think about whether I am going to publish it, because I think this is good stuff. So anyway, I'm just saying I've got the island, and also the weather, when it's in and out like this, it's up and down, and it's warm, but it's not. And come here, come on, girls. Dogs are eating grass like it's gone out of business style, whatever. And so speaking of grass, it has gotten really green all of a sudden. So it's become, that's my house, and that's the lane, and I have lovely neighbors. So now the sun's coming out, and all of a sudden, oh my God, everything's fine and wonderful, and we'll all be great. And I just feeling as changeable as the weather, and I suppose that's just fine. Oh, there's the magnolia that I mentioned in one other one. It's beautiful. It's in bloom. Things are outside to be celebrated, and I think that's the thing to look for, is the places where you can, where I can and others take my suggestion, maybe if it's a good one. Find the places where, like just now, I see a tiny little blue flowers just offering themselves up for a day. The weeds are offering themselves up like gangbusters. There's so much crying out to be done, but I think I'm going to have to take it kind of easy on myself and be gentle. Whatever this is, I feel like I'm connecting with people with fewer layers between me and them, more of a heart response and compassion. And I hope I can use that and put it to good purpose and put it in the right direction, because we all need to care about each other now more than ever. All right, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.